So, okay, guys. Good evening, good morning, depending on when you will be watching this. So it's been a while. It's been a while, and thanks to a lot of things. Okay, thanks to a lot of things that we couldn't move on. I believe this is going to be a good solution. Okay, initially I wanted the class to be live so that we could have interactions and all that, but nevertheless, we need to move very fast, really fast. So we a lot of things. Okay, so we've come as far as coming from talking about mindset, then an introduction to copywriting, then we talk about what we do as a copywriter, and then we talk about our trade jargons. Okay, and coming through. Okay, then we moved to talking about types of copywriting. I hope you've watched the video on this, okay, because it is important so that you have an idea of other things we'll be talking about going forward. So please don't jump one video for the other. Please go through them. The outline was made in an order that helps you to transition easily from one topic to the other. Okay, so don't be in an hurry to learn how to write a copy or to cash out. Okay, you have to learn first and be good at what you've learned. Okay, so now let's go to component of a copy. So bit by bit we are getting into the deep waters of copywriting. Okay, so let's talk about the component of a copy. I will try to keep in mind, okay, that real people are going to be watching this, so I will try. Okay, so I will try to explain as detailed as I can, but that's not an issue. In case any part of the video is not clear enough, or you feel I didn't explain it enough, all you need to do is just to send me a message on the group. Okay, if it's a question you want to ask about this course, please drop the message on the group so that others would get it too. Okay, so but if it's other stuff, so we can talk about that individually, but if it's about the class, drop the message on the group. Now, this is not the first time that I've mentioned Andy Mukolo. Okay, I've mentioned it that even if you don't know him yet, as long as you've entered this field of copywriting, okay, especially as a Nigerian, you're going to know him. Okay, because he's well spoken of in copywriting as pertains to Nigeria. Okay, he's trained a lot of copywriters, and most of other copywriters, one way or the other, you have linked to him. Okay, maybe you pass through a student that passed through his hand, like in my case. At least two of my coaches, okay, they've passed through his hand. Okay, something like that. So I said, according to Andy Mukolo, a copy is made up of, okay, a compelling headline, a great opening, a damn good story with lots of visualized benefits, an irresistible offer, and a supplied impulse to ensure the reader acts now. So that is its definition, okay, of what a copy is made of. So right from that definition, I broke it out into four main components of a copy. Okay, these four things, in fact, you can't say you've written a copy if these four things are not there. Okay, each one of them is important. If they are not there, accordingly, okay, headline comes first, and then the lead, and then the body, and then offer. If you by mistake, or you feel, okay, I want to do something no one has done before, and you bring the offer before the headline, well, you are going to get the result that no one in the direct response marketing industry have gotten before. Okay, so they are sequentially arranged so that you follow them as a rule. Okay, every time the headline comes first, and then the lead, and then the body, and then the offer. Every time, like every time. So the four main components include compelling headline, an intriguing lead, an educative body, and a grand slam or irresistible offer. So that offer is what Andy referred to as a supplied impulse to ensure the reader acts now. Okay, remember I've mentioned it before that every piece of copy, okay, is for people to take a particular action. And I mentioned it that the difference between content writing and copywriting is content writing is mainly to inform, to educate, to inform and educate, but not actually to drive action. Okay, but copywriting is tend towards driving action. Now this action could be a lot of things. Okay, it could be as simple as me wanting you to do something for me. Okay, even not online now, like just direct interaction with the understanding of copywriting and human psychology. Any of my attempts to make you to do something for me, okay, has an element of copywriting in it. Okay, so that's the four main components: headline, lead, body, and offer. Now I highlighted two words here that looks like an acronym. Yeah, they are actually acronyms, and they are actually formulas. Okay, now when I say formula, I don't mean I'm not talking in the same line as all the mathematical formula. Okay, by formula I mean a pattern, a structure, a order. Okay, a pattern, a structure, a order of doing things. Now I said the first one is AIDA. We call it AIDA. Okay, AIDA, AIDA. I don't know English phonetics may pronounce it another way, but as far as I am concerned, it's AIDA. I said this is applicable mostly when you have long form copy. Now, and that brings us to a new word: long form copy. What do you mean by long form copy? Well, typically a long form copy is any copy, okay, that at least is more than 10 pages. Okay, let me just use that word. It's more than 10 pages. The whole copy is more than 10 pages. As long as that is the case, you call it a long form copy. Okay, and then the other part is a short form copy. Short form copy is anything below 10 pages. Okay, so short, I mean, you know what short means: not exhaustive, not too long. And then long copy, yeah, very long. And you may be wondering, what do I mean by long copy? Believe me, well, a copy can be as long as 30 pages actually. Yeah, it might sound wow, that's like a note on its own, right? But the thing is, how we write copies, how we structure copies. Okay, I'm going to show you examples later. We have a lot of white spaces. Okay, white spaces mean like blank spaces, something like, look at this arrow, something like this blank spaces. And the essence is that so that people that are reading your copy, they don't get bored. I mean, if you have a note, okay, if you are reading something online on your phone, and everything is jumbled up, like tightened up, everything, no spacing, nothing, no differentiation in the words, how easy is it going to be for you to read it? Okay, you're going to get bored very fast. Okay, so in not getting your audience bored, you have to leave a lot of spaces, okay, just to make it easy for them to read through. Imagine this slide that I'm showing you. I mean, this is very, very easy for you to read through. But imagine I have everything jumbled up, like just close together, no spacing, no differentiation. It's become difficult. So when I say you could have 40 pages copy, yeah, you can have it. Now the beauty of it is that if you do your research well, okay, and you do your job well as a copywriter, by the time people are done reading, they wouldn't even know that they've read 40 pages. They wouldn't even know that they've read 30 pages of copy. Okay, because you've done your work well, you're able to transition them from one part of the copy to the other. Okay, so going back to AIDA, now the first A stands for attention. Okay, now this AIDA, each one of them is correlated to the four components of headline. Okay, now what I mean is this. I mean, if do you remember this? There is a kind of, let me say, an assignment or a part of quantitative reasoning. Yeah, is it no verbal reasoning? Verbal reasoning, where you have some set of words on the left, some set of words on the right, and they ask you to pair them together. Remember that. And if you went to if you went to a good primary school, I mean, that is the norm. That is part of the assignment they gave them. So that is exactly the same thing with this. The attention is talking about the headline. Okay, it's something that happens in the headline. The interest is something that happens in the lead. The desire happens in the body, and then the action happens in the offer. Okay, so I will emphasize more on it. I will broaden more on it as I deal with each one of them: the headline, the lead, the body, the offer. Okay, so for now, just know that attention, you do this by using an intriguing headline. Intriguing, compelling, persuasive, you know what I mean. Interest, you do this by highlighting. You did this by highlighting, by demonstrating understanding of their problem and having the solution. You do that in the lead. Desire, you do this by showing them the benefit of the product. You do that in the body. And then action, you show them what they must do. Never forget that. Okay, never ever forget that. You have to tell people what to do at the end of your copy. Failure to do that, if you just produce a beautiful piece of content, you may even call it a book, but it's not a copy. And then the second formula called pass. Now the thing is, you can have many there are lots. I feel there is a lot of formulas out there that people can conjure up together to understand what I mean. People can just conjure formulas all around, so you shouldn't be really bothered about the formula. You should be more concerned about these basic rules of copywriting. Okay, these are like the basic. So pass is used for short copy. So pass means pain, agitation, and solution. Okay, I think there's another one, pastor or something like that, but let's stick with pass for now. Pain, agitation, and solution. This, you use it when you want to write a short copy mostly, and the reason is this: you don't have enough space, you don't have enough time to go through the attention, interest, desire, action. Okay, so what you do on a short copy is, from the beginning, you attack their pain points. Okay, from the beginning, you attack their pain points. Now let me show us an example of what I mean with that pass. The reason why you attack their pain points right from the beginning is because you don't have enough time, you don't have enough space. For example, if you want to write a copy to post on your WhatsApp status, WhatsApp status has a limited number of things, right? So if you intend to put anything there, you have to manage that space as much as you can. So let's say I'm selling a diabetes product and I want to write a short copy for it on WhatsApp to post on my status, so that maybe someone that is interested or someone that is dealing with diabetes will see it and contact me. Now, I said the first thing is to hit their pain point. The second thing is to agitate their pain, and then the third thing is what? PAS, pain, agitation, and solution. Now, what do I mean? Now, I want to sell to someone that is having diabetes, or that I suppose is dealing with diabetes. I'll try to conjure up some symptoms of diabetes off my head. I'm not really sure I know the symptoms of diabetes. I'm not a very good doctor, So let's assume that one of the symptoms of diabetes is blurred vision. Okay, you find it difficult to see. Okay, probably at some point, or you find it difficult to sleep, or you get easily weak. Okay, let's assume that is the case. So I want to write a short copy for WhatsApp. So I could say something like, do you regularly feel weak and out of breath? Okay, have you been struggling to fix your diabetes issue? Okay, now what I'm talking about with this line is I'm talking about their pain, what they are feeling right away. So the moment someone that is diabetic, okay, that is having that symptom, sees this, it gets their attention, like, okay, this person is talking about something that is happening to me. Okay, this guy is talking about something that is happening to me. And then I can say something like, now to agitate their pain, the agitation is a little bit like pouring petrol on their fire. Okay, so I could say something like, do you know that 45% of diabetic cases not treated early leads to cancer? Okay, so it's not as if I'm wicked, okay, but I really need to get their attention. So now, for me to write this, definitely I have to do research about the product I want to sell, the people I want to sell it to, and their pain points, so I can know what exactly is paining them. Okay, what exactly is paining them? There are some, when you are sick, okay, when you are sick, there are some symptoms that you can manage. Okay, when you have certain sicknesses, you feel, okay, this symptom I can manage it even without using drug. I can fight through it, I can manage it. And there are some symptoms that when they come, you are really looking for a doctor. Okay, you are looking for a solution desperately. So that is the kind of symptom you want to bring up. You don't want to bring up a symptom that they can undo, okay, by themselves. You want to bring up a symptom that is very dear to them, and they want to really deal with at the spur of the moment. Because if it's not, if the solution is not something that they desperately need, they are going to procrastinate about getting your solution. And procrastination does not help anyone in direct response copywriting. Okay, you remember I've always mentioned it's all about taking action. So you don't want them to procrastinate, you want them to do what you want them to do right away. So do you regularly feel sick and out of breath? Have you been struggling to fix let me increase this so that you can see. So have you been struggling to fix your diabetes issue? No. Do you know that? And I could do something like this to burden it. Okay, to burden it, you could do that on WhatsApp and all that, to burden it so that they can really see it. So I'm saying, do you know that 45% of diabetic cases not treated early leads to cancer? I mean, who wants cancer? Now, this is not me coming up with an idea, okay, just coming up with something that is not real. You have to make sure it is real. But I'm using this because this is an example, but you have to make sure it is real, that the pain you are agitating, the pain that you are putting prayer on is real, it's actual pain that they are going through. So now I've talked about their pain, I've agitated it. Now let me give them a solution. Now I could say, let me say the name of my company, or the company that is producing a solution, is called Medcare. Is offering a free consultation or free in-house check for diabetic patient. Okay, find out year, and then after year I add a link. Okay, a link that when they click on it is going to lead them to the solution that I'm providing for them. So you see, do you regularly feel sick? Have you been struggling to fix your diabetes issue? That is talking about their pain. And then, do you know that 45% of diabetic cases not treated early leads to cancer? That is me hitting on their agitating their pain. Okay, agitating their pain, and then I'm giving them a solution. Medicare is offering a free in-house check for diabetic patients. Find out here. Now, find out here is me telling them, okay, this is the action you need to take. Okay, this is the action you need to take. Remember, I said you must always give them something to do. Okay, so this is the action you have to take. Find out here. Find out here means click this link to find out about the free in-house check. Okay, so that is what I mean by pain, agitation, and solution. Okay, so that was what I mean about the pass that you can use for short copy. Okay, so now you could, for like I mentioned, for the long copy, attention, interest, desire, action. So in talking about attention, gaining their attention, gaining their interest, yes, you will use some element of pain, agitation, and solution, but majorly use that to short copy. Okay, majorly you follow that pattern to write a short copy. So let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Now let's talk about headline. Okay, let's talk about headline. Remember this. Put this at the back of your mind. Okay, I don't know. Put it at the back of your mind. I'm not sure. Is that statement right? Meaning to remember. Does it actually mean to remember? Okay, let me know your answer later when you watch this video. So the only work of a headline, okay, is to stop people from doing whatever they are doing and read what you have for them. That is the essence of an headline. Okay, your headline is never to sell anything. You cannot advertise your product on your headline. You cannot advertise your service on your headline. It must always be about stopping people in their tracks and getting them to read what you have for them. You know, people are, you don't just go online, okay, you pick out your phone or scroll to WhatsApp, scroll to Facebook, or scroll to Instagram, and you just met clothes there. Okay, you don't, you don't just go online strolling through your social media pages and then you just decide. You are not planning to buy anything. Okay, you are not planning to buy anything, and you see someone advertising something. You won't give a damn, right? You won't really care until probably what they are advertising caught your attention. Okay, if it doesn't catch your attention, if it doesn't concern you, just move on and go about your daily business, your online business, online activity. You don't give it, you don't care. Okay, for example, if let me see. Okay, I don't have a kid, I'm not married, and I'm just scrolling through Facebook, and then I see something like how to do something that relates to people that have kids. No, I'm just unless just for curiosity's sake, as a copywriter, I may actually check it out as a copywriter to see if the copy is well written and to just to go through it, to dissect it. But other than that, I don't give a damn about it. Like, I don't care about it. I don't have a child. I don't care about that. Okay, so people only read things that are interesting to them, and sometimes it's an ad. There's a quote like that people only read things that are interesting to them. Sometimes it's an ad. So for that thing to get their attention, okay, that is the essence of a headline, to stop people from doing whatever they are doing, and read what you have for them. That is what the headline does. So the four use of a headline. The four use of a headline. The first one is what we call unique. Unique is talking about that right from your headline you want to state one major benefit that they are going to get from reading your copy. Not two, not three, not four, just one thing. Okay, one benefit. We'll call this one belief. Okay, one belief, the one thing that you want them to know. Okay, for we have this saying in copywriting: when you want to write, you write as if you are writing to one person. You don't write as if you are writing for multitude or for 10,000 people. No, you write as if you are writing for one person, like just one person. You don't write talking to multitude. If you are talking to multitude, you are talking to no one. That is the rule in copywriting. If you are talking to everyone, you are talking to no one. Okay, so state one major benefit. If your copy is for medical doctor, let it be there on that headline that this is directed to people in the medical field. Okay, you don't have to say it like that. Okay, but it has to be clear in the headline that this belongs to medical doctors. Okay, so if you are not a medical doctor, thank you for seeing this ad, you can move on. No fight, just move on. This is not for you. So in doing this, in stating the major benefit, you are tapping into the nosy attitude of people. Almost all of us, we like gist. Okay, we like gist, we like story, we like the breaking news, the new gossip, and all that. That's what we live for as journalists and as writers. Okay, so we want people to do that, so we tap into that attitude that they have, that nosy attitude. So we produce something that sounds, this is a big news, I've never seen this before, I know that. Okay, so like I said, people are busy, both, okay, that should be both necessarily and unnecessarily. Okay, are busy doing nothing. Okay, people are busy doing nothing, really, like just busy doing nothing. Okay, and the attention is golden. Okay, we need to get the attention. That is the job of your headline. Okay, you get the attention by showing it that this is for you right from the onstart. Okay, they know this is for me. So that is the unique part. Attention is very, very good. Getting the attention of people is very, very important from the beginning. Just you have to get the attention. So that's the essence of unique. One belief, don't forget that. When you've written your copy, go through it and ask yourself, what is the wrong, the one belief here? What is it that I want my people, my audience to believe from the beginning? Okay, you just want them to know, okay, that this is for them, so that the people who don't need this can easily move away. Okay, so the second one is useful. Now, useful is talking about that the fact that your headline must feel new, okay, and unique to the extent that, I think I did a mistake here. So this your headline, blah 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 blah, shouldn't be here. Okay, shouldn't be here. Yeah, it should be here. Yeah, definitely it should be here. It's part of talking about the one belief. Now, talking about usefulness, from the beginning you have to tell them, okay, what they will gain from reading that, your content. We are on WhatsApp, Instagram, they are on different things. Okay, and now they are trying to save they are trying to save them. You don't want to waste their time. Okay, so you want to tell them from the beginning why they should pay attention to you. Okay, why they should pay attention to you. What are they going to get? That is the usefulness. Ultra specific. Ultra specific has to do with you getting right into what they are going to get, what they are going to what your product will do for them. Okay, what your product will do for them. And then frequently you can talk about how long it's going to get them that result. Okay, how long it's going to take them to get the result you're promising in your headline. Okay, is it days, is it hours, is it minutes? Okay, so and then finally you show them what they need to do and why they must do it now. That is urgency. You show them what they need to do and why they must do it now. That is urgency. Okay, you don't give them time to really think about the next people. Okay, so urgency is show them what they need to do and why they must do it now. Okay, that is very, very important. Why they must do it now, very, very important. So that brings us in part to the headline, understanding the headline. But we are not done. There is, I've mentioned his name before. There is a man called Eugene Schwartz. Okay, Eugene Schwartz is the man who proposed the idea of the audience awareness level. Now, the audience awareness level is a place, okay, in the mind of your prospect. It has to do with what they already know about the solution you're offering them. Like, what did they already know? Okay, what did they already want to know? That is what the audience awareness level is talking about. I said before you ever pick your pen to write a copy or type, if that is what you want, you must have a clear understanding of who that copy is for. That is who you want to sell to or you want to help. Okay, so before you pick up a pen to write anything, make sure you know who you want to write to, what they already know. Okay, so this is about understanding the level, the stage that your audience is currently in, so that you can know where they want to go. Okay, so you can know where they want to go. So we have 5 of them. We have the most aware level, we have the product aware level, we have the solution aware level, the problem aware level, and finally we have unaware level. Okay, so those are the 5 levels of awareness, and how you met each and every one of them. Okay, how you the level that each of your audience belongs to will determine how you categorize them, how you them. Okay, so and this level varies depending on the product you are selling and the market you are targeting. It varies depending on the product you are selling and the market you are targeting. So let's talk about the first level. This is what I call the most aware level. This is the first level, the most aware. Now, guys in the most aware level, okay, customers in the most aware level, okay, don't worry about the fact that I use the word this guy. Okay, I'm just trying to be informal. What I'm talking about is your customer, okay, your prospects. Okay, they are not customer yet, your prospects, people that are going to read your copy. They already know about your product. Talking about the most aware level, they already know about your product. They only need to know about the deal you have for them. Okay, they only need to know about the deal you have to them. They only need to know about the deal you have for them. Okay, you are familiar with their product. You are not a new person to their product. You may even be a fan of their product. Okay, so on this audience, they are like the easiest person to sell to. You don't have to do a lot of convincing and persuading to get them to do what you want them to do. Okay, they are very easy to sell to. Now I made some example here. Indomie Close-Up Company. Now Indomie and Close-Up Company, these are brands that are noted. Okay, people know them. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere you get to in this Nigeria that when you mention Indomie, they will tell you we don't know Indomie. Okay, so or Close-Up. Okay, maybe some, but I doubt if there will be unless it's in the remotest part of the world. But in Nigeria, you should definitely know what Close Up is as a company. Okay, so that's an example. Okay, people who are fan of this company, who are fan, okay, who are very very excited, the youths majorly. Okay, these people, they are very easy to sell to. So I said the customer knows of your product, he knows what it does, he knows that he wants it, but at this point he just hasn't got around to buying it yet. Your headline, in fact your entire ad, only need to talk about the name of your product and a good price. Okay, you know, let's say for example you want to buy a car. Okay, you want to buy a car, and you are thinking maybe you should buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Okay, you already know this brand, that okay, they are popular brands. Okay, I don't need to do anything to convince myself. Okay, they are popular brand. Now what will make you choose between Lambo and Ferrari? It's going to be, okay, it may not entirely be the prices. Okay, because at that level I doubt if you care about prices, you are going to buy Ferrari. For even considering it, I doubt if you care about prices. So unless you have some other things, so that's a little deviation. So all you need is a good deal. Like, just give them a good deal. Okay, you give them a good deal. Let's say a company that is one brand or one business owner that is selling let me see okay, one brand is selling their product 15 naira and the other brand is selling theirs 15 naira, but they added some bonuses. Okay, they added some bonuses. Typically, normally you are going to run after the guy who is added some bonuses to his own. Okay, that is who you are going to buy their product. Okay, so that is most aware. Okay, the only thing that concerns someone in the most aware level is, can I get the best deal? Like, what can I do? Which one can I buy that I will know that yes, I really spent my money? Okay, that I will know that yes, I really spent my money. So that is the most aware. And then that brings us to the product aware. Okay, now the product aware person is someone who knows about your product. Okay, he very much knows about your product, but the problem is he doesn't really know if your product can help him. Okay, he doesn't know if your product can help him solve the problem that he wants to solve, but he knows about your product. He is aware that your product is in the market, but he doesn't know if it can help him. So yeah, your prospect is completely aware of all your product does, but he is not convinced of how well it does it, or he is yet to be told how much better it does it now. Okay, so this will give you a case of someone that intends to buy a what do we call this now, body spray, okay, or body perfume. Now this guy knows about what body spray does, right? He knows what it does. Now if you're advertising your own particular brand to him, you have to show him that, okay, you see, this is my brand. Okay, this is where it is better than the competition. The competition's own lasts like 4 hours before you don't even hear anything again, or you don't smell anything again around the person, but mine lasts for like 6 hours or 8 hours. Okay, so at this product awareness level, what you are dealing with, the state of sophistication of the market. At this point, there's a lot of competition. Okay, the amount of exposure that your prospect has to similar products is not small. So your goal is to outsell your competition by emphasizing on benefits from your product, by emphasizing on how your product is much more better and different from the other products. Okay, so that is the product aware stage. And then the solution aware. Now, the solution aware audience, they know the result they want to achieve, but the product, they don't know that your product can actually get them that result. Okay, they don't know that your product can actually get them that result. Now, how do you convince these people? How do you go after them? You do that with social proof and testimonial. Okay, I said the prospect either knows or recognizes immediately that he wants what your product does, but he doesn't yet know that there's a product that will do it for him. Okay, say for example, someone who for the first time, okay, someone for the first time just find out that they are having spots on their face, wrinkles on their face for the first time. Okay, they've not experienced it before. Now they have a problem. Now the solution that they want is to get rid of those spots, but the problem is, one, they don't even know, okay, that your product can do that for them. Okay, sometimes they don't even know that there is a product that can do that actually. Okay, so your aim, if you are selling to this kind of audience, is right from your headline you tell them about the benefit of your product. So this is what my product can do, this is what my product can do, this is what my product can do. Right from the headline you show them that. Okay, so as a copywriter, your job at this place is to contribute more and more to the value of the product in the public eye and to its total volume of sale. So in this kind of headline, the headline that will address the audience in the solution aware zone, you have to sort of hype your product. Now, hyping your product does not mean you say your product does what it doesn't do. You have to be sure your product is doing what you say it is doing, but you blow it up. Okay, you blow it up. The level at which it is doing it, blow it up. Okay, so it feels as if, yeah, your product is the ultimate. They have to get it right away. So that is about the solution aware. And then the product aware. Now, this prospect, they sense that they have a problem, but they don't know that there's a solution. Okay, solution people, they know they have a problem and they know that there's a solution, but their own problem is that they don't know if your own product can get them that solution. But you see, people in the product aware, they only know that there's a problem, but they don't know, okay, if there's a solution. But they know that there's a problem. At this point, this is where you position yourself as an authority figure, and you offer your product as a solution. Okay, let's say for example, when you go to a doctor, and then you tell the doctor, "Hey doctor, I am having you're having a headache, heartache, some burns in your lower abdomen," and all that. You begin to describe your problem to them. Okay, now you know that there's a problem. What you're asking the doctor is, "Doctor, tell me, is there a solution?" Okay, the reason why you go to a doctor to ask, because that is in the line of a doctor. If a farmer comes to tell you about your situation and then the solution, you are not going to answer them, right? So dealing with people at the problem aware stage, you just have to position yourself as an authority, so that you can say, "Oh, this guy knows what he's doing," and all that. Okay, so position yourself as an authority and you offer your product as a solution. So this is the point. At this point, okay, prospect that at this level, it may be a little bit dark also for them to give in. Okay, maybe dark for them to give in, but let's keep preparing. Okay, so I said, yeah, you start by naming the need and its solution in the headline. Then you dramatize the need so vividly that the prospect realizes just how badly it needs the solution, and then you present a product as the inevitable solution. This is typical of what do I call it? It's typical of the solution aware. But always remember, it's the difference is one. Okay, the one is directly talking about the result they want to achieve and the product. But you see those the other side, They know how to remove it, but not how to fill it up. Okay, so here I said you start by naming the need or its solution in your headline. Then you dramatize the need so vividly that the prospect realizes just how badly it needs the solution, and then you present your product as the inevitable solution. So like the person that goes to the doctor give you some terrible diagnosis. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is to accept their solution. Okay, as long as you are capable of getting it at the moment, you want to accept the solution. Why? Because you are desperate. Okay, you know you have a problem, but you don't know that there's a solution. Now someone is showing you a solution, you're going to grab it with all your with everything you've got. Okay, so okay, I did not rush too much. In case you feel I've rushed a lot or I've gone beyond myself, just call my attention to when you listen to this recording. Okay, call my attention to it, and then I'll go through them again. Okay, so finally, this is the unaware guy. Okay, this guy is like the difficult person, the most difficult to sell to. Okay, it's very difficult to sell to, because you see, this guy doesn't even know that there's a problem. Okay, he's like living in a world of his own. He doesn't really care about others, right? Okay, he doesn't know that there's a problem. All he knows is himself and his wife. Okay, that is all he knows. Okay, that is all he knows. He doesn't even know that there's any problem. He doesn't know that something is wrong with his way of life. Let's say, for example, you want to sell a make money online course. Okay, instead of saying, oh, let me see. Okay, let me see. Like I said, this guy doesn't even know that there's any problem. Just all he knows about is himself and his life. Now, your job as a copywriter, writing to an audience of this magnitude, okay, your job is to identify a problem and sell him the solution. Okay, let's say, for example, someone that is that doesn't have a saving account or doesn't have a retirement plan. Okay, other people. Okay, now he doesn't know that there's any problem. All he knows is just himself and his life. So your job is to identify the problem and then sell such person this solution. Identify the problem, sell the solution. So this is for people at the unaware level. Okay, you help them to pinpoint a problem. To them, it may not really be a problem because probably the mood that they are into. Okay, because they are doing something around that place. Okay, so your job is to identify a problem, something like he himself doesn't even see. You identify the problem and then you sell him the solution. Nothing more, nothing else. You sell him the solution. Okay, you sell him the solution. So that is that about the 5 awareness level. Okay, if you about the 5 awareness level, these are things that you have to understand, okay, before you write any copy. And then briefly, let me jump to this, and I think I will stop here for this class, and then I'll continue on the separate recording for the other sessions. So you might now be thinking, okay, what is the essence of learning this, understanding this awareness level? Like, what benefit am I going to get from it? What I'm going to get? You see, so according to Eugene, okay, he's the one who started everything, and he's the one who put an end to it. So according to him, he said, your headline matters in addressing each stage of your audience awareness. I've been talking about this since the beginning. Your headline matters. Okay, it really matters in addressing each stage of your audience awareness. So like I said, you must know the stage your audience is before you try to contact them, you must know. Okay, you must know. So this is what Eugene said, that if your prospect, okay, is aware of your product and realizes that it can satisfy his need, okay, talking about people in the second and the first and second category of level of awareness, you are freed, you are aware of the product you need, you know it can satisfy his own desire. So all you need to do is your headline. Okay, your headline, it will take off. Okay, your headline will take off. Okay, so these people, if you have identified that your audience belong to the most aware and product aware stage, most aware and product aware, all you have to do, okay, is to start your headline with your product. Talk about your product from the beginning. Okay, if you are talking about people that have quarantined themselves, talk about yourself from the beginning. Okay, so that is for the most aware and product aware. And he also said that if he's not aware of your product, okay, the audience is not aware of your product, but only of the desire to solve a problem itself, then it's not dwelling. Okay, if he's not aware of your product, okay, but only of the desire to solve a problem itself, your headline starts with the desire. Okay, your headline starts with the desire. That is the first thing that comes up. If your solution and then your client is able to reason together, I think that is the solution you have. Okay, so don't let us you don't have to overrack your brain or to cram these things. Just pay attention. Okay, pay attention to the family, pay attention to us. Okay, so let me go over it again. If your prospect is aware of your product and they realize it can satisfy their desire, your headline starts with your product. Okay, adopt that mindset. Your headline starts with the product. If your prospect is aware of your product and they have been thinking of how to pass through that site to sell, to like probably to let me see. So let me go over it again. If your prospect is aware of your product and they know it can satisfy their desire, your headline starts with your product. So you don't have to go about the bush. Just reach out for your product and talk about your product from the headline. Okay, there are not many people at that level. Even those that are at that level, they don't want to mess around. They are afraid of taking risk. Okay, so that's the people are the most aware. And then people are the solution aware and problem aware. If it's not aware of your product but only know the desire to solve a problem itself, then your headline must start with the desire. Your headline must start with the desire. Okay, so for solution aware people and problem aware people, okay, let's come together. If you identify that your prospects, okay, know about your product, I mean, it doesn't know about your product, just know that they have a problem they want to solve. Okay, so your headline starts with the desire. Okay, you don't have to beat about the bush, just go straight to the desire. And how are you going to get all these things? How are you going to know the desire? How are you going to know the pain points of your audience? Okay, you will find the answer in your research. That's what I can say. You will find the answer to knowing the level of your audience in your research. Okay, so that's that brings us tonight to tonight or this morning, wherever. And that brings us to the end of this particular aspect. Okay, so now if you have a question, okay, please write it down. If you have a question, write it down. Okay, so probably when we see next, if it's something for me, then when we see next, we'll see you. Okay, doing great. Okay, so that's it. That will be all for tonight. If you have any question, just like I said, drop it on the group. Okay? So, and then I'll attend to it. Okay, so thank you and have a wonderful night.